Assalamualaikum and greetings. The topic of our video is up close and personal, the challenges of communicating for standard operating procedure SOP in construction project. Introducing our group members. Aiman Firdaus bin Azmi, Muhammad Fauzi bin Abdul Razak, Alia Fitri binti Yahya, Nur Izzatwi Syahira binti Ishaq, Feleka Redo Estedar Timis, and Muhammad Fahmi bin Muhammad Faizal. This is the content of our video. The first chapter is introduction about COVID-19 communication and standard operating procedure or SOP. Next, we move to the challenge found. We will talk about our respondent background. Next is the how he faced the challenge. This chapter will involve the interview question and answer session. And lastly, we'll move to the conclusion. This will show what the lesson learned.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Alia Fitri and I will talk about introduction on COVID-19. At the end of late 2019, the whole world is shocked by the outbreak of a novel coronavirus infection, which started in Wuhan, China, where it showed how the patient suffered pneumonia symptoms. Initially, it was regarded that the particular virus is known as severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2 by WHO, and then changed into COVID-19 disease by Nishiwara et al. 2020. Apart from that, the whole genome of COVID-19 is detected to be genetically like the other cerebrovirus known as the clade of beta coronaviruses found in bats as stated by Liu 2020. The picture on the left shows that on 21st July 2021, it was reported that 192,259,324 cases over the world. Since it is a very threatening disease, early symptoms are detected as to take precautions. The symptoms are having high fever, cough, and shortness of breath. This particular disease can spread easily when the patient is coughing or sneezing, since in many cases the patients may develop pneumonia and experience failure in their organ, which subsequently leads to death, as stated by Liu J et al. 2020. McKibben et al. 2020 mentioned that the economy was badly injured due to the restriction of all industries and no one can work, which creates anxiety due to the uncertainties of when will the pandemic end. That's all from me. Thank you.
Communication. Without communication, we would not be able to share knowledge or experience with anything outside ourselves. The process of communication allows us to interact with other people and we are able to exchange information, thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions through speech, writing, signals, and behavior with each other. Verbal communication and nonverbal communication are the types of communication. Verbal communication is perhaps the most obvious and understood mode of communication, and it is certainly a powerful tool in your communication toolbox. Put simply, verbal communication is the sharing of information between two individuals using words. For example, conference, interviews, and orientation session. Nonverbal communication is encoding a message without using words, and usually done through body language. For example, facial expressions, gesture, proximity, touch, eye contact, and appearance.
For the SOP, firstly, screening before getting back to the work. The contractor or company has to make sure that before resuming operation of work during this MCO, all the workers have undergone COVID-19 screening and also do the temperature measuring every day. Second, reducing number of workers. The contractor or company shall reduce the number of workers to the minimum level or at least 50% from the current number needed. Movement of workers. They must make sure that the movement of workers involved is only limited from home to the construction site only. The transport vehicle prepared for the workers is not allowed to cross the district zone border and has undergone disinfection and sanitization process every time. By practicing social distancing, self-distancing between them. In terms of operating hours, construction site premise working hours starts from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. 5 days a week and no extension of time is allowed. Next, foreign workers or workers just back from travel. The foreign workers which do not reside in Malaysia are not allowed to work, and also to undergo 14 days quarantine for workers from foreign country. Moreover, contractor or company shall appoint one or more coordinator to perform coordination of COVID-19 outbreak prevention measures at the workplace. The coordinator has listed below. Lastly, if there is any positive COVID-19 case, the contractor or company shall bear all the medical costs of the worker concerned and disinfection costs at the construction site, and also shall give full cooperation to Ministry of Health to conduct contact tracing.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fahmi bin Muhammad Faisal. Today I will introduce our respondent, which is Encik Rosmizan bin Roslan. His current company is QT Environmental Sidang Berhad and in position as a project manager.
Okay, first of all, I send my regards to all of you because inviting me for this interview. So I brief regarding myself. Okay. Actually, I'm study in UiTM also, Shah Alam. So I study in civil engineering. Experience is about around 22 years. I start work year 2000. Okay, so now my current company is QT Growtech Sidang Berhad right now, which is my 5th company so far. And then actually, if we are talking about this standard operation procedure, for me, for my understanding, that which is there is two okay, related to current situation for the COVID-19, and then the rest is for the SOP regarding the ISO compliance for the company. So which one that you required me to brief you all?
Maybe regarding the current situation about COVID-19.
Right. Okay. So that's mean this SOP we just applying during the first MCO So if I'm not mistaken, on March, right? on March last year lah. So during that we apply this SOP.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Ahmad Firdaus bin Azmi, and today I will be explaining about Chapter 3, how he faced the challenges. This is the interview question that we gave to the respondent during the interview session. On the next part of the video, we will show how the respondent responds to our question.
Okay, and then challenging and issues. So, what communication challenges have you faced at the construction site during this COVID-19 outbreak? If there any, what are the example? Okay, so far that what we face is in terms of reaching of the internet access lah. So that is the most issue related lah. Okay. So during we having an online meeting, sometimes we cannot hear very clear what somebody say, and then the visual and audio also not so good. So that can be disturb our communication. But anyway, we still back up by using our old style lah, by phone calls and repeating by WhatsApp and all those things lah. So that what we are doing lah if we face the troubleshoot on the communication breakdown lah. To handle our construction workers on SOP compliance at the construction site. So actually this one we strictly follow the guidelines now. We strictly follow the guidelines. Once my workers, once they're reaching they entered to the site area, they must register their my suggestion, checking their temperature and so on lah. We strictly follow the SOPs lah.
Okay. So for the third question, what are the pattern or type that you use for communication at construction sites during the outbreak of COVID-19?
Okay, for my team lah. Okay, honestly for my team, we still use the conventional by using a phone, by using a WhatsApp, and then mail on the contractual issues lah. So once we define the related to the contractual issues, so we must follow up by using an email. Okay, so such like the site instruction, normal communication within our team, we just use our communication by using phone and WhatsApp lah. And then sometimes we are using the Telegram also. Okay, because the picture is more clear if you want to extract by using the Telegram lah, rather than compared to WhatsApp. And then for the meeting, for the online meeting, we use the Google Meets lah.
Okay, next question.
Next question. What are the factors that cause the communication barriers for SOP compliances among the workers at the construction sites?
Okay. So far for this one, I don't see any barrier lah. Okay. I don't see any barrier in terms of communication, except that what I said earlier is the internet reaching lah. So we don't build up. For us, we didn't build up any barriers regarding our workers, even though our general workers, our site supervisor, engineers, and our management team, we didn't build up any barriers lah.
How about the foreign workers?
Yes, the foreign workers also we treat as our local people also. So we treat they are contributing to our progress. So we don't build up any barriers for me.
So they
So
can
there is
easily
no. Sorry.
so they can
So
easily
there's
understand
no.
English, like normal.
Yeah.
Okay, actually we communicate on both lah. Sometimes if they willing to talk in English, we give instruction in English. So if let's say this foreigner that they already some because for our team, our foreigner like Indonesian and Myanmar and Bangladeshi, there is quite long here. So they can easily understand what we instruct in Malay also lah. Should be no problem.
Okay, next question. Did the management recommend or guide you on how to communicate?
Actually, I'm in a management level already. So this is decided by my own lah because I'm the project manager. So any decision on this is set up by myself lah.
Okay, next, any reference that you have referred to decide how to communicate?
No at all. No. So this is totally 100% depend on myself lah.
Can we know how you contribute the communication style to your workers?
Okay, as what I said earlier, so the communication, I always treated all the workers, okay, even though they are general workers, they are foreigner, they are site supervisor, engineers, or whatever in the management level, we treat them as a team. So whatever information, so we have to flow the information carefully to them for easily of them to reach the info. So we are not build up any barrier. So we just set up what is our org chart, brief them what is the clear communication line, and then that's all only.
So until today, is there any your workers that try to flout the SOP compliance? And what will be your response if they break the SOP guideline?
Okay, for the timely base lah. For the timely base, reminder on how important is we should follow the SOP during the pandemic. So this one is the must lah. So that's why we maintain the SOP compliance, and then we also brief all our staff. This is important for safe working environment also lah. So that's why we mention if we are not following it will affect our health, and then it's contribute to the any other circumstances that we don't want. Maybe can affect the site close or everything. So that's why we really strictly follow the SOP requirement.
So until now, there is no anyone that flout the SOP guideline at the construction site.
Yes.
So, in your opinion, if the communication, in your opinion, during your communication work for giving the instruction to your workers, is there any differences before the COVID-19 outbreak? Is there any differences between before the COVID-19 and now?
The difference is just a little bit only lah. So now we communicate. Sometimes we meeting, we having an online meeting, right? So last time previously we meeting is face to face meeting. So maybe in terms of management, I think should be no problem. There is pro and con. Regarding current situation and previously, right? So I think honestly, for myself, I prefer to communicate in terms to level up to reaching the information with the workers. But with the management team, with the client, the online meeting should be no problem because the management they can easily write the mindset, right? But workers the workers mindset is quite different. We have to sometimes we have to practically show them. We have to sometimes to on hand showing them what they have to do exactly, right? So that's why there is some difference only. Then the most important thing what we have to do is to follow up lah. Whatever communication we have to follow up. Okay, so because of the human being, the different thinking, different level their mindset also different. So whatever we flow the information without we following up, I think it might be failed somehow. Okay, I believe it might be failed somehow if you are not follow up carefully. So that's why as a management, as a top management, whatever instruction that you give to your colleagues, so you have to follow up one by one, day by day, in order to achieve your target. Because you have to start planning, okay, in the construction line. So you have to plan your project, right, in your CPM. So you have to monitor the progress, and then you need to follow up lah. Even though you did your communication, you did your instruction through your WhatsApp, through your mails, right, through your meetings. But the most important thing to get the thing done, you have to follow up carefully. That's it.
So, in your opinion, does this communication barrier during COVID-19 affect badly for the construction process to done it on time?
Not at all. Not at all. Actually, it depends lah. It depends how the person to control it, and depends on the person how to get the things done. Okay. So because we have our own responsible, we have our own target. So you should find some way how to achieve your goal. By right, there is a hanky panky there during you communicate, right? You're not reaching them properly, but you have to get, so you and make sure you deliver.
Next question.
Okay, sir. Lastly, for the recommendation, in your opinion, what are the ways to improve the communication guideline for SOP compliances at the construction site?
Okay, for my opinion what we do is, firstly we set up our org chart, okay, our organization chart. So we show to everybody, so this is our team org chart. So from the management level to the technical level, and then go to the site people and our workers at the site. So this is our org chart that you have to brief our client in terms of the communication. So everybody will know, and then this one we develop and we email to our client. We brief them accordingly.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fawzi bin Abdul Razak. I will present about the lesson that we learned from the interview. So, in conclusion, we can see on how Encik Rosmizan handling the communication challenge on standard operating procedure at construction site. The lesson learned is we can see by a top quality and skill provided from Encik Rosmizan management team, the challenge and barrier on communication that can exist at the construction site is reduced. Furthermore, regarding the standard operating procedure at site, until now there are no construction works under Encik Rosmizan try to float those procedures.
for the appendix, this is the interview session with Encik Rosnizam Roslan, the project manager from QT Environmental Sdn Bhd. So the interview session is held on 24th June 2021 and was attended by all of the group members. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.